where am I? This is where Castellana stigma space and imaginary space meet. In Colossum, Otto had exiled me here. So we're still a ways away from the core of stigma space. Where are the others? Overseer Teresa hasn't fully recovered, and the others, their bodies aren't compatible with Castellana's stigma space. And? No, it's nothing. As you can see, it's very easy to get lost here. It's a good thing there are still traces of Teresa's stream devouring left behind. Just mark them with Sumeru. I knew it. The end of the road is mostly so. It doesn't matter. We need to ensure Mr. Siegfried's safety. Let's go, Kiana. Follow Bianca's memories. What is a father? As someone who believed that she was an orphan, her answer was vague. Now her name was Bianca, and she was no longer a Castellana. She had never regained her memories. Her past life felt like a movie that she watched. But even so, I was hesitant because I didn't know what was the best for your future and your mother. Indeed, we're all Castellanas, warriors of equal standing. But as a father, of course, I wish that you can have a peaceful childhood and grow happily and healthily as your mother hoped for. But is that really possible in Shakespeare? Will it make our lives better if we did nothing? Would we be able to live up to the Castellana name? In the end, we can't turn a blind eye on this, right? On that day, you persuaded our father. Yes, I'll be his assistant in this operation. If you knew how it would end, would you regret? Regret? Why? Aren't you my future self? But I'm no longer you. Perhaps you're no longer me, but I am still you. So this is, yes, the real Castellana stigma space. Here, Dad was. Let's go and save Mr. Siegfried.
ジークフリートさんを助けに。
Darn it. The Herrscher power is being weakened. Calm down. The rules of Stigmata should be overridden by Stigmata. In the name of Shariak, the white flowers blooming in the dark abyss, unleash your full might. Kiana, now. Understood. Dad. The fire. It's everything you lit up for me. Oh, today's your birthday? Never really celebrated your birthday well. I'm such a lousy dad. Let's buy a big birthday cake and celebrate together. Dad, welcome home. Kiana? I'm here to save you, Dad. Didn't you say? Castellanos protect the ones they love most, regardless of the cost. So here we are. Haha, Teresa was right. You really have grown. What can I say? I've really learned how to take charge. But I couldn't have done it without everyone's help. Principal Teresa, my friends from St. Freya, and Durandal. Right. Somehow I've awakened more than one stigma. Auto? Pretty much. Enough chatter. I've set up the beacon. Now let's head back to safety, everyone. Let's get out of here. Durandal, I've met you before, no? She contemplated. She had once made a grave promise under a noble conviction. There will come a day when I will help Kiana save the father we share from that infernal place. Now that promise has been fulfilled. And now she had to let the hero before her know his daughter was alive and well. But it wasn't as easy to do as she had imagined. She found that regarding this matter, she easily regressed to how she thought when she was 12. Know this, imperishable pervades all. The enduring cannot be destroyed. It has given birth to all the world, and this you must understand. I am both the world's origin and its destruction. They are taken from Bhagavad Gita, read to me ages ago by a classmate. What you're feeling now reminds me of Arjuna before the war in a few ways. Arjuna, a prince and great hero from Hindu mythology. He saw many of his close friends done by his enemies in Kurukshetra war. In his disappointment, he was unwilling to fight. And Bhagavad Gita talks about how the god Krishna persuaded Arjuna to pick himself up and rejoin the battle. But I'm not facing any of my friends on the battlefield? Yes, you've never met any friends here. Bianca, the problem you encounter is the opposite of what Arjuna faced. And because of that, you ironically share similar emotions with him. I don't really understand. What I mean is, you originally had no common ground or conflict with the enemies you face. As such, you're afraid of everything. Hesitation, confusion, and even fear remains in your heart. Bianca, until now, you've only ever followed the captain's or leader's plans. You've never truly considered what your purpose is in this whole incident. A misplaced sense of responsibility. This is why you're nervous now. Because you always saw yourself as an outsider. You're afraid to fail the expectations of those from another world. I've heard about your past from Rita. You're a very competent Valkyrie. But what brings you joy is always the results of the mission and incidents, not the process. I think that's exhausting and unnecessary. But, Bianca, if you only look at the result, there are countless things that are meaningless in this world. What's the point of birth? What's the point of death? How about humanity, the world, and the universe? For example, you, Bianca Atagina, you are the meaning of your existence. To the other Valkyries, you're an admirable source of encouragement. To that overseer, you are an indispensable training sample. To the people in this bubble universe, you are a heroic upholder of justice. To yourself, you've started from nothing and written your own life. These are not results. They will only begin from nothing and disappear into nothing. Bianca, the salvation that this bubble universe anticipates is not a result, but a process, a movement. Just like Wagner's or Richard Strauss movements. Valkyrie, you have the power to finish a performance that belongs solely to you on stage. This has not even an atom of association with whether you're someone from this world. It was only when the girl recalled what Schrödinger had told her on Caledonia that she suddenly realized. The hesitation caused by the memory loss was in fact only creating more memory loss. Then she made a decision. Mr. Siegfried, if you can recall where you had seen me, then the story I'm about to tell you will be much easier to understand. About 2 months ago, I fell for Otto's hoax and was banished to a place within the imaginary space. It was a crimson-red desert, a unique dimension inside the imaginary space. Never-ending history, they will continually appear through subconscious means. But during my aimless drifting, I met a special existence. He was a hero who could bravely face everything, even though it seemed like destiny had already shredded his life apart like paper. He had lost his wife and daughter, but he never lost the will to fight, and always moved forward optimistically. In myth, Sisyphus labored to push the boulder up the mountain, then watched helplessly as it slid back down, and so on and so forth. In a certain way, that's the norm of life. I cannot resonate with his life just because of that. On top of that, he chose to be a warrior of destiny. He chose an attitude towards life that I wish I could take on too. Never bowing to fate, never surrendering to the world, always holding on to the purest conviction at the bottom of his heart. That's a true mark that Sisyphus left behind for us, a proof of a hero, even more so a proof of humanity. So even though to him that encounter may be a forgettable gaze, but compared with my kins, my past before I had lost my memories, his attitude towards life, the encouragement that the fragments of his persona had given me, are my true treasures. Because of those things, today Kiana and I are determined to liberate him from the mass tragic fate. To put it egotistically, it's not for him and Kiana. This determination comes from the hero's life and resonated with me. Mr. Siegfried. Back then, the fragment of persona I met. He is like the Homo in this photograph. After it had faded in color, he... Nobody could really explain what had happened then. That freshly restored photograph was definitely a form of imaginary construct. When it disappeared, a small miracle also happened. The misplaced star had returned to its supposed time. The gust of wind roused in almost inaudible echo. The hero's life intersected and overlapped here, yet it did not change who he was at all. He gained the memory of the fragment of his persona, recalled the faded Homo, and regained a dream that belonged to reality. And she also fulfilled her wish from 10 years ago, trivial wish that originally had no continuum for her past self. Life is a bridge. Its greatness does not come from its purpose. It connects moon, dust, and dawn, allowing its intrinsic purpose to endlessly augment in its process. Whether it's the girl or the man, or their shared relatives, they are their own creator, solver, and savior. They change the past that had been determined until their will said, "This is what I wanted in the past. In the future, I also want this." Nobody likes to suffer, but they take pride in their own lives. This time, I finally heard your voice. Back then, you shouted really loudly. 突然的 Bianca, Atagina. They are all cool and beautiful names. From when you woke up in sanatorium in 2008 till you become the youngest A-rank Valkyrie in 2011, until the second year you had emerged in the Sea of Quanta and saved a distant world. At 12, you have already created miracles that no other Kazana had ever done. Though, as you once said, we shouldn't define heroism by success and failure. But be it Ancora and Equinox or the Hersher that fights for humanity, both of you have already passed your own parents' limit. Although as a parent, I want nothing more than for you to live on happily. But who doesn't wish for a student to surpass the master? Who wouldn't be proud of daughters like you? Bianca. Kiana, let your foolish father, Siegfried Kaslana, be the most fortunate father in the world for a while. All right, what are you waiting for? But wait. This is what a family should be like. In the past, you guys are the ones who gave me the opportunity to join this family. On such a special occasion, of course, I have to give you two a push. Kiana, it's just like Kiana to do this. Of course, if you guys simply give monologues about life during this long-awaited reunion, that's too strange, isn't it? That was fun. I couldn't help Durandal much previously, so I've been so bored. So this is the last batch. Seems like it. There isn't a single explosive left after all. Susanna scratched her head in embarrassment. There were only empty boxes around her. So we didn't recover anything. But these supplies were meant to be used against monsters, and we didn't find any Selene's energy bullet either. As long as I write it down clearly in my report, there shouldn't be an issue. Right, I must record down how Sushang-sama helped me. Actually, that's not important. You can skip it. I mean, you must skip it. After all, I'm the one who snuck out. In the end, did Sushang-sama get any rest at all? And now... beep, beep, beep. As expected, a particular device on the girl run. An emergency signal. No, I remember that Durandal explained about this symbol before. A notice for a battle mission. The sender is... Great Master. Clearly, even after 48 hours of her journey back to Earth, she still had work to do. A while later, at St. Freya High School. Teresa-sama, they'll be returning soon. According to the Genius indicator, there are 3 people. So quickly? I'm not mentally prepared yet. And that was true. After all, it had only been 15 minutes after she heard some shocking news from Rita. Indeed, Rita also arrived here at St. Freya only 20 minutes ago. Looks like Master Siegfried really has 2 very outstanding daughters. Next, we just have to use cosmic juggernauts through the beacon that they have set up to lure this Kaslana Sigma space away from Kevin and transfer it to you. We'll be one step closer to defeating Project Sigma in finality. But Kevin chose to give up this point to start Project Sigma. If not, we would never have had a chance to do what you said. Yes, or rather, after a sudden initial rise, Project Sigma no longer requires a specific point. From another perspective, when it comes to reclaiming to Earth, there is probably no shortcut. Please rest assured, Teresa-sama, you should place more trust on your 2 nieces. Look, they're really back. The closest path will lead you on the longest road, as how only through the most complex practice can humans enjoy the simplest melody. Travelers have to knock off every stranger's door to find their homes. Humans have to drift outside before they can arrive at their final sanctuary. Hi, we're back, Teresa.
我们回来了，德丽莎。
You didn't expect to see us again so soon, did you?
我们这么快就又见面了。
Oh, right. I have to introduce you
我还
to.
得向你介绍。
No need for that.
不用啦。
Bianca, she's Cecilia's daughter,
她
right?
是 Cecilia 的女儿，对吧？
Yes.
是的。
I'm sorry, Durandal-sama.
对不起
Just now,
杜兰
I
戴尔大
shared
人
some long-held secret
刚刚
with
我把
Teresa-sama.
一个保守已久的秘密悄悄分享给了德丽莎大人。
Isn't this?
这
It's alright, because Durandal-sama is much braver than I
尤
imagined.
兰戴尔大人比我想象的要更加
She
勇敢
chose to
吧？
tell you guys,
她主
right,
动地告诉了你
Kiana?
们，对吧
Of course,
Kiana？
she's Jigsaws' strongest Valkyrie. She should have this much courage at least.
怎么会连这点勇气都没有吗
Kiana, you shouldn't underestimate psychological
？Kiana 也
battles.
不要小看心理层面的挑
But
战
in
呀。
that case,
不过
Teresa-sama, should we give the strongest Valkyrie and the
我们
strongest
要不要
Herrscher
为
some
最强的
personal
女武
space?
神和最强的律者留出一点私人
Huh?
空间呢？
Ah, right.
啊，
There's no danger for now in
圣
Saint
弗雷
Freya
亚在短时
anyway.
间内也没有什么危
So
险。
before we officially begin our strategic
在我们
meeting,
正式召开事关今后的作战会议之
everyone would
前，
be happy to give the two Kiana some time to
大家会很
themselves.
乐意为你们留出一
Right,
些时间，
Siegfried?
是吧？
Yeah,
齐格飞。
rather than what we think.
比起我
What
们
they
的想
wish
法
to confirm with each
他们
other
自己
is the
想互
most
相确认的东
important.
西才是最重要的。